Hey, Mark Webley here, hope you're doing all right. So in this video, I've decided I'm going to help you build your first app. It's like a free course, really, vibe coding course or AI SaaS course. I'm going to help you build your first AI-based SaaS app with no code, no developer knowledge or anything like that, using AI and AI agents. So let's just get started. So first things first, I want an idea. I am going to create a real estate listing tool. So real estate listing tool is what I'm looking to build. Okay, so I'm going to do this by creating a PRD in ChatGPT 5. So I'm just 100% natural language. There's always people trying to push complicated ways on you to make themselves sound clever. Like, use this special prompt. Look, you can do all that if you want to. This is just me showing you the basics. So if you're a beginner that wants to build an app and you've never done one before, this video, this course, essentially free course video, will be all you ever need, okay? I'm not going into the advanced stuff, just keeping it basic and simple. So I want to create a real estate listing tool for the UK and US markets. It should allow, you don't have to correct your spelling, but it should allow real estate agents, realtors, estate agents, I don't need to put this because it'll understand the context, but I am anyway, should allow real estate agents, realtors, estate agents to create text-based listings to list real estate. I want to make it so that it's really easy for them to generate awesome real estate listings. Generate awesome real estate listings in different tones, by selecting big buttons that ask simple questions like how many bedrooms. Make it super visual. Click buttons as opposed to text wherever possible for the inputs. And yeah, we'll start there. Right, I'm using Replit, ChatGPT and Claude. I'm not going to use Claude Code today, I don't think, we'll see. I'm using Replit, ChatGPT and Claude. Create me a PRD. No special prompts, natural language, let's go. So I've hit enter. ChatGPT is going to do its thing. I'm hoping this will be mostly real time. I'm only going to edit it if I have to. So you're basically seeing the real time, real speed, me doing this. Obviously I'm explaining it as well, so it'd actually be a bit quicker if I was doing it just without the explanations. Okay, so I'm not even going to read this through. I'm not going to read this through. I am going to just assume it's okay. Now what you can do, in fact, let's do this, okay, just to show you the difference. I'm going to copy the prompt, I'm going to put it in Claude instead. Sonnet 4, we could have used Opus, but let's lose Sonnet. Right, so you'll see the difference, right? So this is a simple PRD done by ChatGPT. I found previously that the PRDs created by ChatGPT tend to be better, but overview, goals, user flow, the Claude ones are more specific usually. So, okay, just having a little skim through this. Okay, simple. Let's have a look. Right, Claude tends to be a lot more complicated. So, problem statement, okay. See, way more complicated. You could argue better, but this is more specific. I kind of like how ChatGPT gives you something kind of broad and general, and then Replit can get creative within it. Otherwise, you're going to make something a lot more specific with the Claude PRD. which is fine. I mean, there's a lot of crossover in all of them anyway. I mean, this is pretty good. It'd be good to maybe do a test. Let's do a test. Let's maybe do a test, right? Which PRD works better from a simple prompt, the general ChatGPT one or the Claude one? So let me just pause this. Okay, so I've never tried building the same app in two windows at the same time with two different PRDs. So this will be a test, right? But I'm only going to build the front end of the app with this, and then we'll do the back end after. So I'm going to copy the ChatGPT PRD, and we'll put it in the first replit. So this is replit agent. You just literally paste your PRD into there, and then we start chat. So I'm going to just start chatting. It should ask me in a second if I want to create the front end or if I want to create the front end and the back end. Let's see. And then once I've got it running, okay, while that's doing that, it's just working on that. Let's take this PRD. So this one, I should be able to just copy it like that, yeah, which is easier for sure. I do still prefer the ChatGPT way of doing it. So I'm going to paste the Claude PRD in this one. Let's see if they can both run at the same time. Charging me double money just to make the video for you. Look at this. I'm a good guy. So you'll know if a more specific Claude-based PRD is better or a more general-based. And obviously it's not a scientific test. A more general-based one. Right, so this one, so what it's done is, so I analyse the PRD, create a comprehensive plan. I'll include the following features. I'm not going to read all this, don't really need to, but you should if you're building something properly. So build the entire app, start with the design. I'm going to start with the design, okay? So start designing, because we're doing both at the same time. So this is the agent window, this is the preview window. So the agent is literally, let's move me over here. I thought I'd moved, I thought I'd already done that. So this is the agent, this is where it's going to have a conversation with itself and with you working, and this is the preview. So let's go back to see what this one's doing. Okay, yeah, we can do them both at the same time. So I'm going to start with the design. So this is the Claude Code one. So exact same prompt put into both. Claude gave us a very specific PRD. ChatGPT's gave us a very broad general PRD. And so I've got them both. Look, that's ChatGPT working, and that's the Claude PRD working. So that's it. So that's all you got to do. Just create a PRD with a simple prompt. You can get Jazzy prompts if you want online, but honestly, I do think that a lot of people making AI content are overcomplicating things just to make themselves look clever. Like I could say, I could take this prompt. Let me do it. 1 second. Okay, so while the agent's working, like it's just working in the background. I'm gonna do this, right. I want to look really smart for my followers on social media. I want to seem like a high level vibe coding expert that can write amazing prompts. I want to create a PRD prompt that makes me look next level genius. Here is the prompt I recently made that was basic AF. Make this generic so it can build any app and make me look smart with an in-depth prompt. Here we go. All right. ChatGPT is probably not the best one to do this. Claude would do this better. Polished genius level PRD prompt. See, this is the kind of stuff they put out there. They go, use this prompt for amazing PRDs and your vibe coding. And then you go like, oh, they look at the prompt they've wrote. No, they've just, I mean, it's not the best, but like they've just done that instead of what I did. Let's do this in Claude. It'll do a better job of it. Okay, same prompt. This will do a better job. It's sunny today here in Dubai. Look at this. Look, see? And then I could play around with it a little bit before I post it to social media and make me look really clever and go, comment down below if you want me to send you this expert PRD prompt that's going to give you really amazing results. Do you know what I mean? But like, you don't need to. Like, you don't need to. I do think there's a lot of people trying to overcomplicate this space to pretend they're prompt engineers. I saw a famous guru say he was prompt engineering on the train, I think it was, or something like that. Like, I was prompt engineering on the train. Like, he got roasted in the comments. Prompt engineering, mate. You were just writing natural language to the thing. And I was like, I thought it was funny. Anyway, enough chit chat. Right, so this has come back to me asking for an OpenAI key. I'm just going to give it my OpenAI key. What's an OpenAI key? It's you just go to OpenAI, sign up for their API, and then tell Replit to set up the OpenAI API. It'll walk you through how to do it, and then it will save it as a secret. So look, it's one secret requested. So now it's a secret within my Replit. So now I can apply, essentially, OpenAI's digital artificial intelligence brain to any apps I create in the future without having to set it up. So that's what that was. I've created a visual preview of your app. If everything looks good to you, I can start building the functionality of your app. Okay, so it's done. So this will be interesting. Again, if this was just course, I won't be telling you this stuff, but you'll be interested to see. So 4 minutes this worked. It cost 79 cents for 4 minutes worth of work. Did it charge me anything else anywhere else? I don't think so. No, that was it. So 79 cents to build this simple UI. Don't look too bad, does it? Let's see how we're getting on with Claude. Okay, still at it. So back to the ChatGPT one. Right, so all right, let's see if it I mind you, it won't work at all. I was going to say let's see if it works. It won't work, man. House, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. This is good. This is what I wanted. Parking, not gym. Garden, newly built, pet friendly. Okay, I mean that would be more for leasing, like renting, pet friendly, than buying. But I wasn't specific, was I? So listing style, friendly, warm. Okay, that's yeah. Okay, generate listing. I don't expect it will generate. Oh, it has. Look at that. There you go. To say it only supposedly built the UI. Well, it's working, isn't it? Kind of. It's not very good, but it's working. You copy. And yeah, I think so. So there we go. We've got a simple app created. There you go. Video done. You can now create your own SaaS using AI. No, I'm just kidding. Right. Okay. So that one's Claude's still at it. So let's try and make this a little bit better. So let's think about this. Flat house. Okay. Build functionality. I keep iterating on design. Right. Okay. So you've got these here. Look. Build, plan, edit. So let's just stay in build, and I'm gonna put, because I've noticed there's no bungalow on there. In fact, is this the US one? No, UK. Yes. Oh, condo. Look, it's changed it. Condo, apartment, townhouse. Okay. I've noticed there's no bungalow option on the UK one. Add it. Boom. So this is all you do, right? So this is part of the process. So now it's going to add that. or it's meant to. It's in the process of. So what I'm expecting to see there is a bungalow option. So it's just working away. Let's see how Claude's getting on. Okay, this is interesting. It's still working, still working. Okay, bungalow. Boom, that's just what I'd expect. Okay. So like some people like are total planners, and you're going to want to write massive plans into your PRD, and I think some people really want it to get it right straight out of the box. I'm a bit more of a visual guy, so I was like, this is a better starting point for me, because I can just look at it and go, right, okay, well, I saw that there needs to be bungalows there as well. Now there is. Amazing. Can you select two at the same time? No, which is good. I wouldn't expect you to be able to. Can you select two? No. Okay. Right. So we've got a bungalow, a 2-bed bungalow, 1 bathroom, parking. Okay. So don't ask me again. In fact, no. Yeah. Keep your screen on design. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna. I need a more comprehensive list of features and amenities, and this tool is to create sales listings, not rentals. So I wouldn't expect, in fact, no, you know what, let's make it for both. This tool is to create sales listings or rental listings. So I need the I need two options to reflect that, and things like pet friendly should only be in the rental side of it, not the sales side of it. Okay, let's go. So let's just have a look, just for interest. 38 seconds of work costs 24 cents. Look, so I'm $1 in to get this far, but bear in mind, if you're from a generation of people that don't like paying for anything, or you're from a generation of people that haven't paid real life human coders, you'll realize that $1 to get this far is very, very, very good. So even though nobody likes spending money if they don't have to, $1 to get this far is good. Now what you can do to collapse your cost is to put Claude Code into Replit. I'm not going to do that in this video, but I have done a video on this channel that shows you how to add Claude Code into Replit, and then you've just got very, very small. You don't really get the usage fees then. You might get a little bit, but you don't really get the usage fees of the agent if you don't use it. So then you could just use Claude Code, and that's a monthly subscription. Most of my students are on like the £75 a month plan or ish price. But honestly, most people get away with a $20 a month plan on Claude. So unless you're burning away the midnight hours building your app, then you might need the £75 a month one. But still, what's that? It's pennies. Okay, so let's see how the Claude Code one's getting on. Has it done it? Right, okay, yeah. So it's asking me, do I want to use my Claude Code API key or my OpenAI API key? I want to use this one. Let's. Oh no, I think maybe it already has. I don't know. Right, let's test this one. Okay, so we've got some wonkiness here. Look, got a little bit of wonkiness, but that's good. I'm glad it's shown you the wonkiness, because we can fix that. So essentially, oh, has it got dark mode? Oh, it's done a dark mode in this one. Look at that. Dark mode. Right, so let's see how much this cost. 8 minutes of work, $1.17 to get this far. You'd pay thousands of dollars to get this far with an actual human dev. You've got like some of the text is coming out of the box, out of the buttons and stuff. Look, the text is not in the buttons, so let's fix that. So one of the ways that we can fix it is we can just, oh no, not that. I'm just going to screenshot this here, and I'm going to drag it. Oh no, that's dragging me. I'm going to drag it into the agent, look. And then I'm going to say the text isn't in the buttons properly. Fix it. And again, some people are trying to overcomplicate this process and try and make out there's loads of different ways of like you've got to do some high-end way. No, you just talk natural language to it and build it. You see something broke, you tell it to fix it. Watch it fix it. Right, so I'll come back to that in a second. Let's go back to this one. Okay, so I can't even remember what I told it to. Oh yeah, features and amenities, did I say? Well, it hasn't done them. Oh, it's still working, okay. I'll let it off. Oh, there we go. It's put the for sale to rent buttons in. And again, like these people trying to make this process look more complicated than it needs to be. Well, they're just trying to look like they're smart or something. I don't know. Right. So I can see this issue in the screenshot. So we're back to this one, watching this fix. Okay. 45 seconds of work, and it's not done it. Okay, so again, let's try this. Let's try. Still, the text is still outside of the buttons. Fix it. See, somebody will watch this and go, no, that's not the right way to do it. You need to be more specific in your prompt. We'll see, won't we? And maybe that is the better way to do it. But the point is, there's lots of ways to skin a fish, skin a cat. There's lots of ways to get to the same place. So we're back to this one. Again, I way prefer this one. Like, part of it is a visual thing. I mean, let me know in the comments down below, which one do you prefer? I'm actually going to stick with this one for the rest of the example, because it's just nicer. But let's see if we can just get this fixed up first, just to show you the kind of workflow. Yeah, still not happening. Let me see if I'm doing something wrong here. I'm opening it in a browser window. Yeah, still wonky. Okay. Right, I've got to bloody do it now. It'll ruin my video, won't it? Okay, let's try a more specific. This is a good thing to show you, to be fair. In the section called listing tone and style, the text is too long for the buttons, so visually it is spilling out of the boxes. I need you to make sure that the text is always visually inside the box. Can you imagine if it's doing it for the US one but not for the... No, okay. This is important. Right, let's see. Let's see if this fixes it. If not, I'll show you something else to do. Because this is the process of building software with AI right now. It just is. It's just this is the way it is. And again, if I was sticking with this one, you can use the testing bit in the agent, and maybe that would fix it. But I'm just going through the normal process. Okay, it's saying it can see it, but we'll see. Okay, so it's still not done it. It's got better, kind of. It's just cutting it off. Right, okay. So, I'm going to show you something else. See this here? you can click this one on. High power model, costs more. Okay. Oh no, it's done it. It has done it. I don't need the high power model. I'll turn that off. Okay, it's done it, but it's not done it the way I'd want it to. That's better, but it now cuts off the text. I need to be able to always see what the button says without the text spilling over. Come up with creative ways to do that. Rename the buttons if you have to, or a different size. See, once upon a time you'd have to figure that out between you, a designer maybe, and a coder. You'd have to decide what you're going to do, because like that says investment, family friend, like that's not ideal. If it just changed the buttons to lengthways, for example, you could get that on comfortably, but it's made in these little squares. But now I've told it the problem, and I'll solve this by making the buttons taller. Well, that's not what I would do. Renaming them to short names and adjusting the layout. I mean, we're getting there. Okay, so I'm not going to make this perfect, because honestly, I didn't want this to be about fixing some blooming buttons, but let me just show you this anyway. So let's, oh, it's still working. Okay, it's done. Right, high power model, let's do it. Okay. So the listing, tone and style buttons are the wrong shape and size to contain the text. I want you to fix them so I can read the text in the button. It makes sense and nothing spills outside of the button visually. You could have wrote this, it's like a snowflake. You could have wrote that prompt in a million different ways and it would just understand. So fingers crossed with this little icon on. See this one here? High power model. Cost 5 times more. Fix it. Or generally speaking, having Claude Code, which is what me and my students usually use, instead of the agent, the Claude Code would just fix it anyway, pretty easily. First time. There we go. There we go. So there. I mean, as much as that didn't make my video look great, I don't care, because this is the process. And you've actually seen, there we go, it's fixed it. I mean, the buttons look a bit, I mean, they're okay. It's made them colourful icons. So then I would just go back. I would turn that off now, because I don't want 5 times the cost. But look, 38 seconds of work. Okay, $1.64, but it did fix it. I don't want coloured icons in the boxes. Make them black and white. Okay, let's go back. So this one, I prefer this one anyway. Oh, look at it. What's it doing? Feature testing, look. It's because I've got the agent, I've got the app testing turned on. Look, this is new. Runs autonomous tests to verify app functionality, keep enabled for optimal results. So it's literally there. This is an agentic browser. It's literally clicking around. The agent is literally clicking around, testing my app. I've successfully put together all the details for a property list and generated a summary. This summary confirms it's set up for sale, includes all the features we selected. So it's literally doing this process here that I've been doing manually. It's doing it. So here we go. We've got black and white icons. So you get the idea. So just with natural language in the agent, you can essentially Let's close that. Right. So, as suspected, I prefer the ChatGPT prompt. It gave me more like what I wanted, to be honest, and it might have been a bit of luck. So general features, amenities are here. So this is better. This is already better. Sell features. So what I'm thinking of is, I need an option. I need an option for the real estate agent to add in something unique about the house that the listing will then include. This could be things like a special location, or something random like large stained glass windows. They should be able to enter multiple ones, and it'll probably need to be text based. Okay, so I hit go. So that's adding that. Okay. I mean, it's doing the testing, which is cool, but I kind of want my queue to go. So let's stop. That's a message. There we go. I'm going to turn the testing off. Okay, 14 minutes of work, $2.52. So I think that was the testing that it was doing. But that's a lot nicer than having to do it yourself. I just forgot this. And iteratively, this is what I would do to build out a product. You can either plan it up front a bit more if you want, or you can just iterate on it. And like this, that text's not right when it's selected. That warm and welcoming, I can't really see it. So I would just say, like, when the listing style buttons are selected, the sub headline of the button is too dark against the background of the button. Make it lighter, and it will do it. And this is what you do. You go through. Okay. Near shopping. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Now, bear in mind, obviously, if I was doing this full to sell, I'd make a lot more comprehensive product than this. I might try and do something with images. Imagine you can upload your images to this generator, and the AI will clean them up. You could do all kinds of things like that because you can put APIs in it. The only API I've got in this example is the OpenAI API keys to give it the digital brain to be able to generate the listing itself. But you could plug in image-based AI APIs, and all this high-end functionality you're seeing, like in these crazy image editors, you'd be able to add into this. So you could find some kind of image editor that maybe makes the skies blue. So on the product on the house photos, if the sky's all cloudy and rainy, it doesn't matter. You could add it into this, and it would automatically make the sky blue, and you would just put that image generation AI API into your app via Replit, which you could do dead easily, and then just prompt it when they upload exterior house photos, do this, which is like make the sky look nice and blue and sunny day. I know real estate agents do that in the UK. But I don't know if they use an automated app to do it, or if they use Photoshop or something. but obviously you could build it into this. So I would, if I was looking to build this to sell commercially, obviously you want to go through a bunch of steps like adding a more full-featured feature set. You can solve one problem really well, but the problem is it's really easy to clone that. Whereas if you go in depth, if you really understand the problem, so if you're a real estate agent, for example, or you've worked for one for a few years, you'll really understand what it goes into making a listing. You'll understand what's difficult, you'll understand what's monotonous, you'll understand what's frustrating, you'll understand what takes up a load of time. And the idea is to engineer out all of those problems. Make it easier, quicker, faster, cheaper, or more autonomous, all of these things, and then you've got a saleable tool at that point, because then that estate agent might go, all right, yeah, I could write my listings myself using ChatGPT, and I can do my images based on doing this by dropping them in there. But imagine if all they've got to do is click, it's a house, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, it's got parking, it's got a fireplace, it's near shopping. It's still working. So it's reloading my page. Let's go through that example again, and then it'll reload again. You watch. So parking, garden, central heating, recently renovated, near schools, near shopping, fireplace. And it's chain free, freehold, large windows, large, beautiful, unique windows. I don't need to spell right these days. There we go. So then, see, it's just added this. So swimming pool, jacuzzi. I know there was an option, but let's just add that there. Okay, so let's go for luxury, generate listing. Okay. So the listing's rubbish. So I would just use it like a user and go, right, okay, well, this is rubbish. Experience exceptional ownership in this magnificent 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom house. So if I was really developing this, I might go as far as to build some algorithm into it. I would do something like, I would get the AI to go find the top selling agents in, I don't know, 20 different areas, and extract their listings, create a templated style that they use, or find out what they use that goes into their listings, and then apply that style to this. But if you get what I mean, so I could really go to town on it and look to emulate the best-selling estate agents and stuff. But we don't need to. For this example, I'm just going to put the description. The listing is really short and weak. I want it to be a lot longer and more comprehensive. Think closer to 1,000 words, not 100 words. Okay. I'm not saying this is the best way to do it. Like I say, if I was actually developing this to sell, I might get really crazy on this. Like I might, I don't know, create some scraper in it to go look at the listings of houses that have sold of this type and extract some of the elements and analyze the elements as to why it was a good listing, and then apply those elements to this. And that, so it would really give you, like, in the trenches, what people are using and selling houses with. You know what I mean? So it could, like, for example, I know I'm just thinking off the cuff, but go to the real estate agents in this area, find the last 10 houses that were 5 bedrooms that sold in the last year, and extract, like, scrape their listings and create an algorithm based off those listings that we're going to use to create this listing, and then create the listing or something crazy like that. You can come up with all kinds of stuff and it'll give you a different result. So here we go. So it's still working on it. But then I would come up with different ideas. So we've got to rent in here as well. So did it work? Maybe it's not working. But again, when I click the rent button, it doesn't change anything. I would expect it to change things. So you tell the agent, and you work through it like that, or you get the agent, you get the testing agent to do it. Okay. So again, if you were pushing this live, you're going to want to create a sales page for it. Again, you can do that in Replit. You're going to want to create like a Stripe integration. You can do that in Replit, so you can take payments and manage your things. You're going to want to create an admin page, so you've got an admin thing to manage your users. You're going to want to create an authorization page. But again, what you can do is you can literally say to, you can literally ask Replit stuff. You can say, like, what are the different pages I'm going to need to create to push this live as a live product? And it'll say you'll need a privacy policy page, you need a terms and conditions page, you need maybe a contact us page, a sales page, an authorization login screen, you're going to need an admin panel, you're going to need this dashboard, blah, blah, blah. And then you can even go, Replit, I want this to be the best product ever. What other features do you think I could put into this to make this really good? And it will tell you what features ideas that you could create. So it almost, you could use it as just a hammer and you're the hand, or you can use it as a hand that holds the hammer. So you could say, look, I want you to come up with 5 really good ideas for this tool. I mean, maybe we could do it. It's just, I don't want to make this video too long. But what I want you to understand is, look, you can either ask the agent itself or you can bounce off the LLM tool. So a really good workflow is to between Replit and your LLM of choice, use them as kind of like your team members and say, like ChatGPT or Claude, this is the app I'm building. What features do you think would be good for it? And then you go to Replit and you can say, Replit, ChatGPT, you don't have to use these words. ChatGPT said that these features would be good. Which of these features would be quick to build and which do you like best? Let's add them. And then go do it. It's like, use their digital brains. Anybody that thinks that these are just predicting the next word, this is the narrative that was going around for a while, which I found comical at the time, and idiots were parroting it like it was fact. Like, LLMs are just predicting what's the next likely word that's going to come out. No, idiot. They don't even make any sense. That's not how they work at all. And anybody that convinced you of that is bloody charlatan. And if you were convinced of it, you need to take a course on having a critical thinking brain. Of course, well, what word would come out after and most probably here? Then. It's like, no, that's not what's happening. If you think that that's how simplistic this is, you're an idiot. And more so, I'll save the run. I'll save the run. Anyway, it's working on it. New generator logic. So it's working on it. Calm down, man. It's going to be all right. Right. So I might just pause this. You won't see a pause. You'll just see it come up. Right. Okay. So 7 minutes of work. Let's see. I know you're interested in charges. $2.11. So again, if you want to eliminate costs, you can use Claude Code. I plugged into Replit, so you get all of the good stuff for Replit and all of the good stuff for Claude Code, and it collapses the cost to next to nothing. And again, I've got a video of that on the channel if you want to set that up. It's pretty easy to do. Right, so let's have a look. Let's see if it's done it. So we've gone house, 4 beds, 4 bathrooms, got parking, balcony, central heating, recently renovated, can't be newly built as well. Chain free. We'll have parquet flooring. I don't know if you spell it like that. If you definitely don't spell it like that. Let's go for SEO. No, let's go for luxury again. Generate listing. Let's see what happens. Come on. Better. This property is in parallel situated in a exquisite neighborhood that experiences the perfect balance of exclusivity and convenience. The area indulges a premium community atmosphere with refined local amenities. Okay, so I'm reading that and I'm like, okay, we need to get more specificity into this. But maybe you could, if I was creating this commercially, you could have a camera app thing in here whereby I press the button, takes photos of handwritten notes that I've made when I'm doing the valuation of the house as a real estate agent, and that could AI take that handwritten notes, put it into text, and then include that in the listing, for example. Or you could create an app that you could select bits on as you walk around the house, and then that does the listing, you know, so you could take an iPad or a phone or whatever, select this stuff, and then it generates it later. If I was creating this commercially, I could think of all different features and things to put in this. And obviously the place I'd start is my competition. I'd look at what AI listing generators are out there, what are they already doing, and yeah, which are good features that I can emulate, and then can I increase the feature set 10-20% or improve it 10-20% by adding a unique selling point or something like that. But you get the idea. This is as easy as it is now. So now if I pop this open, again, it's not fully tested, it's not fully working, but for a few dollars, less than $10 and less than an hour with me chatting the whole time, I've created what you can see to be the basic features of a listing generator for real estate agents. And obviously you'd add a lot more onto this. There we go. You get the idea. Hopefully that's inspired somebody and shown them how easy it is to build something like this. If you are interested, let me see if I can make myself bigger. Ooh, right. Let me do it like this. Ooh, hello. If you are interested in building a software service business from scratch, maybe you don't have an idea, maybe you don't know exactly how to use the AI tools or the AI agents, or maybe you don't know how to create a sales process that gives away free trials, or you don't know how to market it and launch it and get your first customers. If you want to go through that process with me, I've actually got a coaching program whereby I do that with you live. If you're interested in joining, then the link is down below in the description. But hopefully this helps you. If you've got any questions, as always, leave them in the comments. Happy to answer them for free right there. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.